kickoff. For now, though, we are under a lightning delay to start this 2023 football season. We will be back just as soon as we figure out when we're going to get going. But when we do, we will let you know. So check your clocks. It's going to be approximately another 20 minutes or so. Once we get the word that we are good to go, we will get things started. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post, a broadcast of Los Alamos high school football, and we will be back in just a little bit. Hey, Charlene, you there? Well, hi, am I on? Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful Espanola Valley. We are in the middle of a lightning delay right now here at Espanola Valley High School. This is the season opener between the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the Espanola Valley Sun Devils for 2023 high school football. We're really excited. You were listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post. This is Mike Mays. We're going to call this game for you this evening just as soon as we get the all clear. But we do have some overhead clouds and we have a little bit of junk in the forecast. We're not exactly sure if it's lightning, if it's rain. We do have some rain showers predicted, but nothing right now here at the field. This, by the way, a very, very beautiful field here at Espanola Valley High School. The Toppers and the Sun Devils meeting in this non-district contest this evening. As soon as we get the word, the all clear from the Espanola Valley High School officials, we will get things rolling. And this is a beautiful, other than the lightning, this is actually a beautiful start to the 2023 season here in Espanola. It is pretty warm outside, and it's probably going to get a little muggy as well with the rain, but we will see. And we are we're not sure exactly where we are in the delay, but we will let you know as soon as we get on. You are listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post. This is Topper Football 2023, and we will be back just as soon as we get word that we're going to get things going. So stick around. Charlene, are you there? Oh, okay. All right. The teams just came back on the field. So they're gonna get started. They got to warm up again, but they're gonna get started. So I can come on real quick and say they're getting ready. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Espanola Valley. Well, a little cloudy, windy, and rainy Espanola Valley right now, but we are here live at Espanola Valley High School, waiting for the start of the 2023 football season between the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. And we were in a lightning delay. The field was cleared, but both teams have come out of the locker room. They are on the field as we speak, and they're starting to re-stretch. They have to have a little bit of a warm-up period prior to kickoff, but it appears that we are a go. So that is a very, very good thing. We were wondering a little bit about that a little while ago, but the officials are on the field. The teams are on the field. And it looks like we're going to try to get this one underway. Still have lots of clouds, lots of wind. Actually, we had a pretty good wind gust just a couple of minutes ago, knocked down the television that is down there. They have a very nice flat screen TV, but that got blown to the Espanola Valley track. I don't know if that TV survived. They're the crew over there is trying to get that thing back in order. But anyway, it appears we are going to try to get this thing going here. It is nearly 7:30. And of course, this is the first game of the 2023 season for Los Alamos. And this is one of the first games in the entire state. Of course, everybody knows about Friday Night Lights, and nothing better than coming out to watch football on Friday night. But we are here on Thursday. And a couple of logistical reasons for that. One of the reasons that we had last year for Thursday, we had a lot of Thursday football, and that's because we have a statewide shortage of football officials. So they can't squeeze all the games in on Friday and Saturday with just the crews they have. So they started implementing Thursday night football. And that is, I believe, what we're doing tonight. The crew, like I said, the officiating crew is on the field, and the two teams are on the field warming up. And it looks like we are just about ready to go. Garrett Williams, the head coach of the Hilltoppers, just having his team crowd around. They're going to give him that final pep talk. The Sun Devils doing jumping jacks in a circle over here near the north end zone. This is a great facility, by the way. And as we've said before, if you've been listening to me and Gene Mortensen yammer on and on forever and ever and ever, this used to be a pretty rough neighborhood. And I'm talking specifically about the football field, excuse me. This was pretty chewed up field, not very green, not very level, but right now we had just a few years ago there was a complete overhaul of a lot of the facilities down here at Espanola Valley, and one of the big ones was the football field. Football field is now beautiful artificial surface, and it is the field down there just outstanding. You can put this up against some of the better football fields in the entire state in terms of high school football now. This is a fantastic facility. So anyway, the teams are still kind of warming up. Hopefully, we'll get going here pretty soon. But again, this is the season opener for Los Alamos and Espanola Valley. Toppers, by the way, in 2022, very, very good year. Toppers end up with a record of 6 wins and 5 losses. More importantly, however, they went 3-0 in District 2. They swept their 3 district opponents and they won a district title. So, and district titles, if you've been watching Los Alamos High School football for any length of time, you know those are few and far between, but Los Alamos won the district last year and made it to the state playoffs. Had a rough go of it in the first round, taking on the Gadsden High School Panthers. Gadsden won that game 44-21, and that game really, after about the second quarter, that was pretty much all Gadsden. But Los Alamos did win the district title and were able to host that game. So Los Alamos hoping to find some of that magic they found last year and have a lot of key returners back this year. So they should be in pretty good shape. Meanwhile, Espanola Valley went 6-4 last year. And that was, as for Espanola Valley fans, you know, that is any year the Sun Devils can get north of 500. That is a pretty good season for them. They have struggled for many, many years. I was a long time ago a sports reporter down here, and the Sun Devils, I believe, had won 4 games in 3 years, and most of their games were not particularly close. They weren't losing those by 1 or 2 scores. Those were usually pretty one-sided. But the Sun Devils, the last few years, have kind of started to put things together. So this is going to be kind of an interesting contest between the Toppers and the Sun Devils. The Sun Devils are improved. They, taking a look at them, they are quite a bit bigger. They skill position players look pretty solid. We don't know a ton about them at this point, but we're going to learn those shortly. Toppers, meanwhile, have a lot of skill position players back and should be pretty solid, especially here in the early part of the season. So we will see where team's still warming up, by the way. We're not quite ready for kickoff. Actually, we've still not had the pregame ceremony, although the flag corps, the Army Junior ROTC Flag Corps from Espanola Valley is out there, and a beautiful, beautiful night down here. Nice temperature. It is a little windy. We still have some clouds, and we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to get this in. We really don't know what the lightning situation is, although unofficially we have heard this is actually going to kind of clear out of here fairly soon. But we started this game. We had the first lightning strike about 5 minutes before kickoff was scheduled. And we went into a delay, had a couple more after that. But it looks like we are just about good to go. So we're going to start the pre-game ceremony coming up here. So as you can hear the public address announcer, and the crowd's starting to get a little into this now, as it looks like we're just about ready for the national anthem. And when we come back, we'll chat a little bit about the Toppers outlook in Class 5A. We've got the preseason rankings that were already released on maxpreps.com. We'll go over those a little bit. and let you know what everybody thinks Los Alamos' chances are. We're going to be back in just a minute. We're going to have the national anthem. We're going to have the coin toss and everything else. So we will be right back. You are listening to Hilltopper Football on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. Stick around. Well, hello again, everybody. We're back here at Espanola Valley High School. The two teams meeting in midfield for the toss. For the toppers, they are represented by Hayden Jorgensen, as well as Kyler Young. And didn't see the other two gentlemen that went out to the circle. We'll get those in a minute. And for Espanola Valley, have Adric De Leon, Alejandro Chavez, Brian Almeida, and Kevin Coffeen meeting at the 50-yard line. We're about to have the coin toss here. So we're getting instructions here from the referee. Toppers will call the toss as soon as it is made. I don't know if they're looking for a coin. This is taking a little longer than I would have guessed, but in the event, also tonight, good crowd. By the way, both teams have about 40 players dressed out for this contest, and in recent years, the Toppers have had 25 or less, and the Sun Devils have always seemed to struggle. There is the coin toss. Wow, that went up in the air. I'm not sure it's come down yet, but there we go. So Toppers, let's see. No indication yet who won the coin toss. We'll get that in just a second. But with a prevailing win, it's going to be interesting to see what the team that won the coin toss wants to do. A strong wind blowing from the south, so getting everything sorted out. So the Toppers will go north, so they will have the wind at their back. However, the Sun Devils have elected to receive, so they will get the ball first to get things rolling here in this first quarter. So, by the way, for the preseason rankings, those came out late last week. So right now in the Class 5A, no surprise, the Artesia Bulldogs rank number 1. They are the defending state champions, and the defending runners-up, the Piedra Vista Panthers, are ranked number 2. Roswell, Deming, and Goddard to round out the top 5. That really no surprise they're in the top 5. Number 6, however, very interesting. Number 6 ranked in Class 5A is the Toppers district opponent, the Valley Vikings. So they are slated for number 6. Number 11 is where Los Alamos landed. So we are just about ready to go here. Again, both teams lining up for the kickoff. And kicking off for Los Alamos will be Hayden Jorgensen. He is a 5'11 senior, weighs in at 155 pounds. And a couple of receivers back deep as the ball gets blown off the tee. So hopefully, if it blows off again, they will have to have somebody hold it. Hopefully that is not Lucy from Peanuts doing that. But Hayden is ready, and there's the kick, a long kick. That's going to be, well, that's actually going to go right to the end line. And that is going to be a touchback. Fine kick with the win there by Hayden Jorgensen. So the Sun Devils will take the ball at their own 20-yard line. So beautiful night here for football. And Topper defense will get things going. Gonna start with a base 3-4 defense. And the Sun Devils are going to start out on the gun here. And there's a snap handoff going to the right side. That's going to go to Adric De Leon. And looks like he's going to be dropped for about a 2-yard loss. Immediately for the Toppers. Getting in there immediately was, I believe that was Matthew Brousseau getting in there, as well as Elijah Alvarez. Topper's pretty big in the front defensive line. Alvarez on the left side, Brousseau on the right. Sun Devils in the gun again, another inside handoff, and that is going to be dropped in the backfield again. Getting right in there for the Hilltoppers was Luke Archuleta, coming in from the edge to apply the pressure. Archuleta, a linebacker on the right side for Los Alamos. So 3rd and long coming up, 3rd and about 14 here for the Sun Devils. So 2 negative plays to start things off for the Sun Devils. Now going in twins to the right. Lone receiver, now some shifting ahead of the snap. And Chavez get hands off once again. Another inside handoff. That's going to get maybe to about the 21. We're looking about a 4 or 5 yard game, well short of the first down yardage. That's going to bring up 4th and long, 4th and about 9 for the Sun Devils. See if they want to. I wouldn't imagine they're going for it here, but well, it looks like they're about to punt. So coming back for on the punt is the quarterback Chavez, and some pre-snap movement, a lot of pre-snap movement, and that may go against Los Alamos here. Toppers, there was some pushing and shoving, and yeah, that is going to cost Toppers 5 yards. So it's going to make it 4th and about 4 now from the 26-yard line. And let's see if that's going to change what the Sun Devils want to do here. They're still, well, they're scrambling around a lot pre-snap, but it looks like Chavez is still going to try to punt it away. Still a lot of movement, and that's going to cost the Sun Devils some movement up front on the left side of the line. And so the illegal procedure penalty gives the 5 yards right back to the Toppers. 4th and very, very long again. So just underway here, 10:04 left in this first quarter, just underway, no score. This, assuming the Sun Devils are going to punt, this will be a 3 and out. Good start for the Topper defense. And good snap, and the punt ended up on the ground and right by the punter. A bunch of people diving for it. Doesn't matter who gets it here, but yeah, I don't think it was blocked. I think he just swung and missed on the punt attempt. That was Alejandro Chavez. Anyway, the Toppers are going to get the ball right at the 14-yard line of the Sun Devils. 9:45 left. Yeah, I don't believe it was blocked or anything like that. I think it was just a swing and a miss. So inauspicious start here for the Sun Devils. Bunch of the Toppers falling on it. Luke Archuleta among there in the scrum. Didn't really matter who picked it up. It was going to be the Toppers' ball either way. But they're going to get it. They're going to mark it just inside the 15-yard line of the Sun Devils. As soon as we get going, don't know if they're getting a dry ball or I'm not quite sure what they're doing here, but they're getting one of the balls out. Toppers anyway have the offense on the field right now. And so Diego Hinojosa he's lined up over the ball under center. Right by him on the right side is Kyler Young. And on his left is Elijah Alvarez. So pretty big, beefy middle of the pack there at the tackles. Well, we do have a little bit of a delay here. So anyway, yeah, here we go. So the Toppers starting out trips to the right side, and in the shotgun And a quick pass out to Kenny Suazo. We do have a penalty flag on the play. Kyle Evanhus, by the way, starting quarterback for Los Alamos. It was a quick snap, just a quick out to Suazo. Suazo dropped pretty much right away, minimal gain, but we do have a flag, and they are going to call roughing the passer on the Sun Devils. That was a two-step drop. I'm not sure how they managed to rough him that quickly, but that's going to cost the Sun Devils half the distance to the goal. So the Toppers now at about the 7.5-yard line, first down, and Evanhus going to keep it. He's going to his left, slips a tackle on the left side, and he is in for the touchdown. So Kyle Evanhus on the keeper, going to his left, actually made a little bit of a move on the rusher coming in from the Sun Devils' right edge, made him miss, and Evanhus goes in for the score. 9:27 here in the first quarter. So Evanhus from about 7.5 yards. We'll call it 8. And the extra point for the Toppers is good. That's going to make it 7-0 in favor of Los Alamos very, very quickly. So a 3-and-out, a botched punt attempt, a roughing the passer penalty, and then a 8-yard keeper for Kyle Evanhus, and the touchdown for Los Alamos. 7-0, 9:27 here in the first quarter. So things starting off about as well as they could here for Los Alamos, as Hayden Jorgensen getting ready to kick off again. Still a little windy out here. I'll see if the ball gets blown off the tee or not once again. But Hayden Jorgensen sent his first kick all the way to the end line for a touchback. And a very, very good looking series for the Hilltopper defense there against the Sun Devils. Another kick. This one's a line drive, and that is going to go out of bounds. So that is flag is out. That's going to be an illegal procedure call. The Sun Devils have several different things they can do here. Generally speaking, the offense will take the ball at the 35-yard line. They could also make the kicking team re-kick, or they could take the ball where it went out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. I don't think they're going to do that. So they are going to set up at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Sun Devils. This is their second possession of this first quarter. And I'm sure they're hoping for a little bit better outcome than they did in the first time. Another inside handoff. That one slipping a tackle and getting close to the stick for the Sun Devils. That was Idric De Leon, and he's going to pick up the first down. Just kind of a power run to the right side, found a crease and got in through the right side for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Sun Devils at about their 46-yard line, and a quick toss out to De Leon. De Leon this time is wrapped up immediately. And for the Toppers, a gaggle of Toppers on the tackle on that side. Getting in on that tackle was Kyler Young. And Toppers did a good job of stringing that one out. 2nd down. They're going to give him the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd down about 10 for the Sun Devils after they picked up their first down of the game. And another quick toss. That was a very bullet toss out to De Leon. De Leon going around the left side now. Bounces off one tackle, but again, the Toppers able to string that out pretty well. And Jackson Blair out coming from the outside linebacker spot, and he makes the stop. Pick up about, we'll call that 2 yards. Third down and 9 coming up for the Sun Devils. 7.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. So the Sun Devils still in the shotgun. Offset I behind him with quick handoff straight up the middle. That one to Jack Purdy, and not much there. He's going to get just back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and about 9.5 here for the Sun Devils at the 46-yard line, at their 46-yard line. Let's see what they want to do. The Sun Devils have not attempted a pass yet. So the Toppers expecting a punt. Like I said, their first punt for the Sun Devils did not go as planned. There's a good time. So the punt goes pretty much straight up in the air, and that's going to bounce backwards. And I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't know if somebody touched it. Anyway, it's going to get out of bounds, and it's actually going to get out of bounds behind the original line of scrimmage. We do have a penalty marker down, is around the top or 40-yard line. We'll see what that's about, but that punt with the backwards bounce is actually going to end up losing yardage if that is where it's marked, where you have no indication on the penalty marker yet. But yeah, that punt went almost straight up in the air, took a crazy bounce, and then went straight backward. So the net yardage on that punt was about a -1. We're still trying to figure out the penalty here. This is I don't know if they know what. Yeah, we're still discussing the penalty here. I don't know if they're going to pick up this flag or not. If the play stands, Toppers are going to get the ball right around the Sun Devil 45-yard line. Still have not gotten any indication on the penalty. Long discussion. 7-0 ball game. 6:20 remaining here in this first quarter. We, of course, had a lightning delay to start things off. We started about 35 minutes late, so that penalty is going to go on the Sun Devils, apparently. No, it is not. They have decided, they have changed their mind. It's going to go against Los Alamos, and they gave no indication what the penalty actually was. But the Toppers will get the ball at their own 42 or 43-yard line. They haven't have decided yet. Obviously, a first game for the officials as well. But the Toppers will get the ball with 6:20 remaining at the 42-yard line, their own 42-yard line. So after that delay, looks like we got it figured out. Toppers on the have 4 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left for Evan Huss, who is in the shotgun. A lot of pre-snap movement, and that was actually fortunate because the snap went way over Evan Huss's head. But prior to that, a false start on the Toppers, and actually that was the absolute best thing that could have happened to them. That snap a good 3-4 yards over Evan Huss's head. So that will cost the Toppers 5 yards, but they will take it given every other problem that was going on pre-snap for them. 1st and 15 from the 37-yard line. Evan Huss back to pass, rolling over to his left, looking for somebody to throw. It's going to throw by back almost across the field. Very, very dangerous throw that is going to end up incomplete, throwing into traffic, kind of back toward the middle of the field. That is day one practice one of quarterback practice. They teach you not to do that. That keeps the ball in the air a long time, and the defense can get underneath it. But that one clangs to the ground. And so we're here second down and long for Los Alamos. We have some movement up front. It looks like that may be offsides on the Sun Devils. That's exactly what it is. It's going to cost them 5 yards. Second down and 10 for Los Alamos after the penalty. 6:11 remaining. Toppers up by a touchdown here in this first quarter. Evan Huss back in the shotgun, and he's going to quick handoff up the middle. And there's a fumble. There is a fumble, and it looks like Espanola jumped on it. We're going to say, yes, the Sun Devils jumped on the fumble. Straight up the middle in traffic. The ball stripped out and picked up by one of the Sun Devils. I believe that was Ezekiel Cuemas who picked that up, the middle linebacker. But it is going to be Sun Devil ball, and they're going to get that in topper territory. They're going to get that ball right around the 43-yard line of the Toppers. So the Sun Devils back in business. Handoff straight into the A gap, and that is where the teeth of the Sun Devil defense was. The ball pops out, and they fall on it. So Sun Devils 1st and 10 now, still in the shotgun, and back to pass, looking for somebody to throw. Now going to keep it for the Sun Devils. That is Alejandro Chavez. He is a senior, 5'7", and he's going to pick up about 6-7 yards on the scramble. Went back to pass on nothing, tucked the ball in and went around the left edge, and he picks up about 7 yards. Second down and 3 for the Sun Devils at the 36-yard line. Topper 36. So a nice pickup there by Alejandro Chavez. Chavez still in the shotgun. Now he throws, and he's going to try to throw a little swing pass out to the right side, but that one bounces its way to the intended receiver, Jack Purdy. Purdy was open, and he had a little bit of room in front of him, plenty enough room to get the first down, but throw a little bit off target. Third down coming up for the Sun Devils. 3rd and about 3 here. So 3 receivers to the right, and Chavez is going to go back under center now. This is the first time he's been under center in this ball game, and long drop and some pressure. Chavez momentarily drops the ball, but picks it up, still on his feet after a collision in the backfield, and he was smacked by Dylan Baca coming off of the corner. Ran into him, but Chavez managed to stay on his feet. But he is going to lose about 3 yards. That's going to be back to the close to 4 yards. That's going to be back to the 40-yard line. 4th down and about 6 here for the Sun Devils. 4:20 remaining in this first quarter. Sun Devils going to go for it. Probably not a bad decision considering the first 2 punts. And actually, I think we're going to have a timeout here. Yeah, we're going to have timeout on the field. And I believe that was the Sun Devils that took that one. That is our first of the half. Sun Devils coached, by the way. Sorry, just one moment. All right, first game of the season for me as well. I have way too many papers over here, so I apologize. But there is a timeout on the field. Tylen Wilder, by the way, is the name of the Espanola Valley football coach, and Sun Devils have been working, trying to get some footing in football. Obviously, the Sun Devils have been a powerhouse in boys and girls basketball for a long time. Very, very solid, but trying to get some of their other programs maybe up a little bit up to speed. The Sun Devils in recent years have shown flashes in football. So 4th down and pre-snap, we're going to have a penalty, and it looks like there was some movement up front. And, actually, I think they're going to call illegal participation. And so that will cost the Sun Devils another 5 yards. So now they're looking at 4th down and 11. They're still in Hilltopper territory, but they are sitting at the 45-yard line now. So let's see if that changes what the Sun Devils want to do. But like I said, given the outcome of the first 2 punts, I would not be terribly surprised if they just went ahead and went for it. There really is nothing to lose for them at this point. And we have another whistle. Do we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, there are 12 Sun Devils on the field. And I think that's what they called the last time. So there are 12 Sun Devils on the field. And they rarely let you have 12 players on the field at any one time. They usually limit you to 11. So obviously somebody is out there that should not be. So Sun Devils are going to call another timeout. So they have to get that figured out, or else they're going to be losing a lot of yardage. They have an extra man on the field for the punt unit. They did not have that the first 2 times, but they do have 12 men out there. So Tyler Wildon wants to discuss that. So as of course we've been saying, this is the Toppers' first football game. This is pretty much everybody's first football game today. And so the Toppers will be back in action in 8 days. They're going to have their home opener. They'll take on the Taos Tigers. And that will be at Sullivan Field. The game is scheduled for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, tip off. They see if they can run that triangle offense that they've been trying to put in. I kid, of course. So 7 o'clock kickoff next week against the Taos Tigers at Sullivan Field. So both teams back on the field after the second timeout. The Sun Devils had to burn 2 timeouts to get their punting units squared away. And now it's a fake. Chavez is going to keep the ball. He's going to go down the left sideline, and he's going to get bumped out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That is plenty enough for the first down. The Sun Devils went heavy on the right side. Chavez was in punt formation, tucked the ball away, went around the left, and picks up the first down with plenty to spare. First down at the Topper 30-yard line. Nice play there by Chavez. Had everybody on the Topper side of the ball fooled. 3.5 minutes remaining here in this first half. The Sun Devils trying to get something going here. That is far and away their best play of the evening. Inside handoff for the Sun Devils. That is going to go to De Leon. He bounces out, testing the left side, but he's going to be brought down. And over there on that side was Elijah Alvarez. And Matthew Brousseau also getting in around the tackle there. So the Topper defensive front has been very, very solid. Hasn't been a whole lot of room up there Toppers play at base 3-4 defense. A lot of movement up front. I think that's going to go against Los Alamos pre-snap, but we will see. No, they're going to call that on Espanola Valley. So that's going to cost the Sun Devils 5 yards. So they will have it's going to cost them about 4.5 yards, 4.5 yard penalty. So the Sun Devils have the ball at about the 34-yard line, second down. And Chavez still back in the shotgun. Quick 3-step drop, throw out to the flat. And let's see. Jack Purdy right there. He did not come up with it. The throw was a little bit low. Thought for a second Purdy might have been able to pick that one off the turf, but instead that one does hit the ground for the Toppers. Hayden Jorgensen on the coverage. Third down and long coming up for the Sun Devils. Chavez, quick pass out to the right side. That is complete. And Victor Parra with the catch for the Sun Devils. That is going to pick up. See where they put this down. It's going to be fairly short pickup, maybe 4 yards. It's going to be 4th and a long 10 for the Sun Devils with 1:40 left in this first quarter. Toppers up 7-0 early. Toppers have had 2 short fields. The first resulted in a 1-play touchdown. The second resulted in a fumble. And the Sun Devils have controlled the ball most of this quarter. Chavez finds Purdy, and Purdy with the catch, but Purdy dropped the ball. Nobody around him. He caught it. He made a couple of steps, but then the ball ended up on the ground. Nobody was near him. He had it, and he fumbled it. And he appeared that he was going to pick up the first down, but with the fumble, and again, he just flat out dropped the ball, and that's gonna cost him the first down. That's gonna turn the ball over to Los Alamos. That was so the Toppers in business now. Evan Huss with a quick out to the right side. And catch made for Los Alamos. I believe that was Seth Cowan over there on that side. And that is close to a first down. They're going to give him the first down. And that's going to get the Toppers out to about the 36-yard line. Toppers quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. And another quick throw. That one out to Suazo on a quick seam route. Just a 2-step drop there by Evan Hussey with the seam route, hit Suazo right between the numbers. That's going to move the chains again. Toppers right at midfield. So 2 quick passes, and the Toppers are in business. High snap for Evan Huss looking down the field. Had a man open, and that was Suazo crossing toward the right side. He did have a step, but the throw a little bit off. So that is incomplete. Second down for Los Alamos. 16 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. And this has been a long first quarter. 7-0 in favor of Los Alamos. Second down and 10 at midfield for the Toppers. And around by the Toppers going down the left side, and he's going to score. That was Dylan Baca. Baca coming across the formation on the end around from the wide receiver position. Started off on the right side, went all the way to the left. Takes the end around, goes down the left sideline untouched, 50 yards. for the Toppers with 6 seconds remaining. So Dylan Baca gets the end around for the Toppers. Nobody near him. Nobody laid a finger on him. 50 yards for the touchdown, and the kick is good. And that is Zach Stidham with the. I believe that was Stidham. That with the extra point, and that is good. So 14-0 in favor of Los Alamos. So on the end around from midfield, Dylan Baca from the right side went across a formation, in motion, got the handoff, went straight to the left side, and then turned the corner. There was nobody there. 50 yards for Dylan Baca, 14-0 in favor of Los Alamos. 6 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Aiden Jorgensen now ready. Did the ball get blown off the tee again? I'm not sure. But Jorgensen ready to kick off. And we are ready. And a line drive that is going to go deep. That's going to go about 8 yards in the end zone for the touchback. So we will have at least one more play here in this first quarter. And just your garden variety 47-minute quarter. So the Sun Devils get the ball at the 20-yard line, down by 2 scores here early. Topper scoring at the 9:27 mark. Evan Huss going 8 yards on the left side. Bounced off a couple of would-be tacklers, and he got in for the touchdown. And then with 6 seconds left, Dylan Baca on a 50-yard end around from the right to the left. 14-0 in favor of Los Alamos. Alejandro Chavez back in the shotgun. And a handoff to De Leon up the middle. De Leon bounces off. He's going to go down the right side. He was jam-packed up the middle, but bounced to his right. And he's going to pick up some good yardage. I believe he's got a first down. Yeah, they're going to mark that all the way out at the 33-yard line. And that will do it for the first quarter. But the Toppers up 14-0 after 1 quarter of play here at the beautiful Espanola Valley. We're going to be back in about 30 seconds or so. You are listening to Hilltopper Sports on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. We will be back momentarily. And we are back for the start of the second quarter here. The Toppers up 14-0 at Espanola Valley. Sun Devils with the ball. Just got a nice last play of the quarter, a nice pickup by Edric De Leon for a first down. So a first down at 32-yard line. 33-yard line, excuse me, for the Sun Devils. Sun Devils trying to get something in business, but the Topper defense, especially up front, has been stout so far. Topper's creeping up. Quick pitch out to De Leon, and he is going to go absolutely nowhere. He's going to get ridden out of bounds by the Toppers. Jackson Blair right there, as was Luke Archuleta. Archuleta been very, very active so far for Los Alamos' defense from his linebacker position. Toppers have given up a couple of plays for the Sun Devils. Really, the only Only big play was a fake punt by Chavez. Nice run for him to pick up a nice first down and get deep into Topper territory, but the Sun Devils could do nothing with that. And we have a stoppage here. Pre-snap, I don't see any something going on. They're talking to the Sun Devils sideline. Oh, we're going to reset the clock. It should be 11:45. I guess the clock stopped after the last play. So here we go. So after a 48-minute first quarter, they're worried about 30 seconds on the clock. Second down for the Sun Devils. Chavez under center. He's going to hand the ball off to De Leon. De Leon's going to bounce around the left side, still on his feet, near midfield. Finally dragged down away over on the left side. I think that was Jorgensen finally brought him down near the sideline. They're going to mark him out at the 47-yard line, but De Leon trying the middle. Really wasn't much there, but was again able to bounce it, this time off to his left, found a crease and was able to get it out near midfield, 47-yard line for the Sun Devils. First down. Chavez back deep and quick throw. Trying to find De Leon. De Leon dropped the ball. That was probably the best thing that could have happened to De Leon. He was way in the backfield. Chavez looking downfield. There was absolutely nothing. Streaking down the field was Sean Lucero for the, or excuse me, not Kevin Caffeine. But really wasn't much there. Threw the ball short to De Leon, but De Leon was 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he dropped it. And that was probably the best thing, like I said, that could have happened to the Sun Devils there. De Leon was going to go nowhere. Chavez with a keeper now. This one, the B gap on the left side. He's going to pick up decent yardage. He's going to pick up about 6 yards. Third down and 4 coming up. The Sun Devils now on the Topper side of the field at the 47-yard line. So third down and about 4, call it long 4 here for the Sun Devils. 10-15 remaining in this second quarter. Topper's up by 2 scores, 14-0. Sun Devils trying to get something going, have had a little bit of success the last couple of drives. Chavez is under center this time. It's only been there a couple of times, so quick snap. He's going to give the ball on the right side to De Leon. De Leon got hit near the line of scrimmage, but fell forward. He's going to be close. They're going to mark him about a yard short of first down yardage. He got a little closer than I thought he was going to. So let's see, 4th down and 1 inside Hilltopper territory. This is the second time the Sun Devils have been on the Los Alamos side of the field. Chavez going to the sideline. Looks like the Sun Devils are going to go for it here. 9:15 remaining. This is taking a while. I don't know if we're getting into delay a game territory or not. But Chavez again under center, 4th and about a yard. Now we have a whistle pre-snap. And no indication. Yeah, it looks like that's going to go against the Sun Devils. No, there was no indication. There was no definitive penalty call there. Just a flag and a 5-yard march. I did not see much going on. Topper's crowding the line of scrimmage, De Leon with the handoff. He's going to go down the right side. He's getting very close to the stick. Let's see where they mark this. De Leon slipped a tackle a couple of yards short. Now they're going to mark him about half a yard short. So that is going to turn the ball back over to Los Alamos. De Leon, couple of tough runs there, though. Got closer to first down yardage than I thought he was going to. Got hit pretty good, about 2 yards short of the stick. Fell forward and didn't come up short by much, but the Topper defense holds. Yeah, some trickery by Los Alamos. Handoff going on the left side. And that handoff going to Nico Garcia. First time he's touched the ball this evening. And he's going to pick up about 6, close to 7. Gets into Sun Devil territory at the 49-yard line. Evan Huss, quick snap. He's looking. He's in trouble. He's going to tuck the ball in and fall forward. He's going to get a couple of yards here. Evan Huss looking down the field, but he got in some trouble immediately. Wisely pulled the ball down and took what he could get. Actually, looks like he picked up about, maybe a yard. Third and we'll call it 3 here at. Well, no, they're gonna move the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. So no gain. So at the Sun Devil 49-yard line, third down, and a pitch out on the right side to Garcia. Garcia with a stiff arm, still on his feet at the 20-yard line, cuts inside, and he is going to score. There is a penalty flag down near the line of scrimmage. What a stiff arm by Garcia on the left side. Put the Sun Devil would-be tackler right on the ground. He made a cut and gets in the end zone, but we do have a flag down, and that is coming back. So that is, oh boy, that is unfortunate. That was one of the better stiff arms I have seen in some time by Garcia. Just put his man right on the ground, but we've got a holding penalty. And that holding penalty actually occurred down the field. Happened right around the Sun Devil, right about the 43-yard line. That's going to move the Toppers back to about their own 47. They're back in Hilltopper territory. Trips to the right. Quick throw to the right side, and that is Suazo. Suazo's going to make a cut toward the middle and then go back. He's going to bounce back to the right, and he is going to score. So Suazo with looks like a little button hook on the right side. The pass from Evan Huss hit him right between the numbers. He had a crease. One of the Sun Devils pinched in to make the tackle. Suazo made a beautiful move on him, bounced inside, then bounced back out, and he scores from 53 yards. And the extra point is good. So that makes it 21-0 in favor of Los Alamos. Kenny Suazo, 53-yard pitch and catch from Kyle Evanhus. Couple of really, really nifty moves there by Suazo to hit pay dirt. 7:28 remaining in this first half. 21-0 in favor of Los Alamos. So we've seen a couple of nice runs here, nice long runs for the Toppers. One by Suazo, one by Dylan Baca for a couple of Topper touchdowns. So Jorgensen is teed up. He's actually obviously they switch sides at the quarter. So Jorgensen's kick is short, and that's going to bounce. We're on the 30-yard line, picked up by one of the Sun Devils, and he's got some room. That's Coffeen, finally knocked out of bounds. Kevin Coffeen, one of the better athletes for the Sun Devils. That ball came up really short, bounced straight up at the 30-yard line. Coffeen came and fielded it, goes down the left side, finally knocked out of bounds right around the topper 45. 25-yard return, but Coffeen, a dangerous athlete, and he had some running room on the right side. Finally knocked out of bounds, but the Sun Devils once again in Hilltopper territory. That's where they're going to start things off. Down by 3 scores here, 7:21 remaining in this first half. Chavez in the gun. Pro formation, going to hand off to De Leon on the left side. De Leon had a big hole, and working that left side, he's finally going to get dragged down inside the 35, down to the 32. But De Leon had plenty of room. Finally, Brousseau from the defensive right tackle position, finally able to drag him down, but not after a big gain. First down for the Sun Devils at the 32-yard line of Los Alamos. Chavez still in the gun. A ball rolls, snap rolls back to him, and he is going to get dragged down in the backfield. Coming up after the botched snap was Nathaniel Larson, the outside linebacker, and he's able to drag Chavez down. Chavez is going to lose, actually not too bad. He only going to end up losing about 2 yards. That could have been a lot worse. And Chavez looked like he took a little bit of a lick there. He is, he's going back to the huddle, but second down and about 12 here for the Sun Devils. 5:45 remaining in this second quarter. Chavez now under center, bunched up. Bunch formation. He's going to half pitch it to De Leon. Trying to work that left side again, but nothing doing that time. Coming up for the Toppers, Jaden Dudley, and he ends up dragging him down. It's going to be another loss of about half a yard. So Dudley with the nice tackle of De Leon, who had been running very well, especially on that left side, but he able to bring him down. 5:17 remaining. We have it was like timeout on the field. If I believe that was the Sun Devils. If that was in fact Sun Devils took the timeout, that will be their third and final of the half. The officiating crew has not been very demonstrative in calling anything so far. So, I'm sorry. That was not a timeout. That was injury by one of the Sun Devils. Young man walked off under his own power, however. 5:25 remaining. So third down and long for the Sun Devils at the 36-yard line of Los Alamos. Chavez with a handoff up to Purdy, going right side this time. He's going to get dragged down around the 29-yard line. And Dudley right there again, right around the tackle. Also, I believe Elijah Alvarez getting a hand on him as well. So, but Purdy makes a fourth down and semi-manageable at the 29-yard line. We'll call it fourth down and about 6. The Sun Devils need to get to about the 22-yard line, call it. So a lot of movement up front, and I think the Toppers jumped. And if that is the case, which it is, that is going to make this 4th down a lot easier. So it'll be 4th down and about 1.5 yards now after the Toppers jump off sides. So big play coming up here for both teams. And we have a timeout on the field. And we have no indication what exactly happened. So, yeah, we have a stoppage of play here. 4:20 remaining in the second quarter. Toppers up 21-0 off of 2 very, very long plays. The strength of 2 long plays coming one late in the first half and one early in the second half. So I think they're having a clock situation. So 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining now. And the Toppers are going to call a timeout. That is our first of the half with 4:20 remaining. So Toppers coming up after this game, like we said, they will have their home opener. That will be in 8 days on August the 25th. They're going to take on a very, very tough Taos Tiger franchise. The Tigers and the Toppers, of course, were long-time district rivals in football. And I have, in my senior year, we had a critical district game against the Taos Tigers, and that one's still kind of stuck in my craw a little bit. Here we are 30 years later, and I remember that game like it was yesterday, and it's not a fond memory, unfortunately, but I do recall that game. We lost that one at home by 1 score. 13-7 was the final score, and that one stung. But I don't live in the past. Don't worry about that. Don't worry your pretty little head about that. Here we are, 4th down, 4th and short. Chavez with the he's gonna keep around the no, that was not Chavez, excuse me. De Leon getting the direct snap, and he's gonna pick up the first down. He's gonna get down to the 20-yard line. So Chavez and De Leon were deep in the shotgun, but the direct snap to De Leon, a little wildcat action goes around the right side, and he picks up the first down just inside the 20-yard line. First down for the Sun Devils, and we have lost the clock. So we're not sure how much time is left. We have lost the clock. We were about 4 minutes remaining. Big collision on the left side. The ball is loose. The ball is loose. And it appears the Toppers may have jumped on a huge collision on the right side, and the Toppers have forced the fumble and have picked it up. The big collision by Luke Archuleta on the Topper left side of the defense. And he may have come up with a fumble as well. That was a gigantic collision right at the line of scrimmage. The ball pops loose. I believe that was De Leon who had the ball. Ball popped loose and picked up by the Toppers. That ends the biggest Sun Devil threat of this game so far. Toppers will get the ball at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10. We do not have a clock right now. Quick swing pass out and caught. And I don't know how he slipped that tackle, but picking up decent yardage on that was Akeem Leha for the for the Toppers. That was just a quick swing. That may have even been a backward pass. That may have been a lateral. But Akeem able to pick up some yardage, and then straight up the middle, and a big hole there for Nico Garcia. He's going to get the ball way out. He's going to pick up close to 25 yards. So, well, not quite. They're going to call him down at the 44. 1st and 10. Quick snap by Evan Huss. Going to swing the ball out to the right side. That is caught. I believe that was Jorgensen on the right side, brought down near midfield. And Crew Wilder with a stop. And that was actually a big stop because Jorgensen had some room in front of him had Crew not brought him down. Another quick snap. Evan Huss with the throw, nearly picked off, trying to get the ball in traffic. And I believe he was looking for Leha once again, but good coverage there down the field by the Sun Devils. Evan Huss tried to sneak that in a little. It kind of looked like a sidearm type deal, but very, very fortunate. That was not picked off. 2nd down for Los Alamos. Inside handoff to Garcia, and Garcia is getting the tough yards. And he is close to and has a 1st down. So Nico Garcia, he is a bowling ball out there right now. Toppers are already back up to the line of scrimmage. They're wasting no time. Evan Huss in the shotgun, going to pull the ball down and dive forward. He's going to pick up a couple near the 40-yard line. They're going to call him down around right at the 41. We unfortunately do not have a clock right now. I'm not entirely sure how much time is left, but looks like the Toppers called a timeout. That will be their 2nd. So 21-0 in favor of Los Alamos with the timeout here. We're late in the 2nd quarter. We lost the scoreboard clock, so we don't actually know exactly how much time is left. I believe we are under 2 minutes, but that is a guess. So 21-0 in favor of Los Alamos. Toppers called their 2nd timeout of the half. So 2nd down and about 9 coming up for Los Alamos. They are at the Sun Devil 41-yard line. Would like to tack something else on the board here before the end of the half, but still have a ways to go. So the Toppers still in the shotgun. Evan Huss has been in the shotgun the entire ball game. And there is a snap. Evan Huss quick throw to the right side, and that knocked out of bounds immediately. Let's see who. Not sure who that was that made the catch. That might have been Jorgensen on that side. But in any event, 3rd and about 6 here for Los Alamos at the 39-yard line of the Sun Devils. Evan Huss long drop. Now he's going to pull it down and run for it, and he is going to pick up the 1st down, knocked down right around the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 29. Evan Huss, a long drop, nothing open. Tucked it away and ran straight up the middle and picks up 1st down yardage. 1st down, quick throw to the right side, and that ball is juggled and dropped. I believe that was Dylan Bach. I could not find the handle. So 2nd down. That will stop the clock, however much time we have left. But that was probably a good thing. That would have been a short pickup for Los Alamos, and that would have been a tackle in play. So that might have cost the time might have been better than the yardage. Evan Huss now He is scrambling, and he's going to throw the ball away. And he is whacked in the backfield well after he got rid of the ball. I think this is going to be roughing the passer on the Sun Devils. So Evan Huss doing his best Patrick Mahomes impersonation, just threw the ball away. And Evan Huss was whacked pretty good. That is going to be a roughing the passer penalty on the Sun Devils. And that is the right call. He was whacked well after he got rid of the ball. The officials will usually give you about a step, maybe a step and a half, but that was well more than that. And so huge penalty on the Sun Devils. And we have timeout on the field. Short time left. We don't know exactly how much time is remaining in this second quarter, but very, very short time left. And the Toppers are inside the Sun Devil 15-yard line, right around the 14. So Sun Devil, or the Toppers rather, would love to add another score to their lead. They are up 21-0 with very, very short time remaining here in this second quarter. And by the way, we had a pretty good breeze earlier. That appears to have died down. There does not appear to be a whole lot of wind right now. But big possession here inside the 15-4. Los Alamos. Evan Huss in the shotgun, trips to the right. Quick pass out. There's going to be a double pass and a wide open. Went to Stidham behind the line of scrimmage. Everybody went to Stidham and wide open for the Toppers. Boy, I would love to tell you who caught that. I'm not sure who caught it. Wide receiver breaks, strong side right, wide open. That may have been Baca on that side. I'm not quite sure. I'll try to check that, but a backward pass to Stidham. Everybody went right at Stidham. Stidham, the quarterback for Los Alamos last year, that was the easiest pitch and catch Toppers will have. So 14 yards. I don't know if it was a trick play, but it was a well-executed play. From Stidham to, and I would love to tell you who caught that pass. I did not see it, unfortunately. But the wide receiver all by his lonesome at the goal line. There wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him. And hit him right between the numbers for the touchdown. No, very, very little time left. We'll try to figure out who exactly it was that caught that pass. But that puts the Toppers up 28-0 with a very, very short time left here in the second quarter. But wow, what a nice, very, very well executed play. A double pass, actually a lateral. And Kevin Coffin picks up the short kickoff, and he's going to go nowhere this time. And on the coverage was Akeem Leha, and Leha stuck Coffin pretty good near the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him around the Going to mark him right at the 20, it appears. So, well, no, I'm sorry. They will give him the 21-yard line. First down for the Sun Devils. Short time. We do not have a clock, a scoreboard clock right now. There's not a whole lot of time left in the second quarter. Toppers up 28-0. So we'll get into the potential mercy rule. I'll let you know what that is. A lot of motion pre-snap for the Sun Devils, and now Purdy getting the snap, and he is going to pick up about 3-4 yards. And I think it's a second snap to somebody other than Chavez. I'm not sure Chavez is on the field right now. So we'll see what's going on. Alejandro Chavez, the starting quarterback for the Sun Devils. I'm not sure he's on the field right now. But anyway, that's going to do it for the first half. As we have the whistle, that will that will wind up the first half. The Toppers up 28-0 in Espanola Valley against the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. So the Toppers 14 points in the first quarter, 14 points in the second quarter, and look very, very good, especially on the defensive side. Have already forced a turnover on downs and forced a fumble deep in their own territory after the Sun Devils looked they were trying to put something together on the offensive end, but were able to come up with the takeaway and to cash that in on the other side, 28-0 in favor of the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers. This is week one of the high school football season here in the state of New Mexico. And this very well may be game one, week one. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, those days are all packed to the brim for everyone. And that is due at least in part to a shortage of officials here in New Mexico. If you have ever had the inkling to be a football official, the door is wide open for you. And so give the New Mexico Activities Association a call. They're in Albuquerque. They will be happy to put you in contact with whatever, get you trained up ASAP. You might be calling games before the end of the season. So in any event, 28-0 in favor of Los Alamos. Both teams heading to the locker room. Got a 15-minute halftime here. We're going to take a short break. So enjoy the pictures furnished by Mr. Nate Limback. He is down on the field. He is a super duper photographer. This is Mike Mays bringing you Hilltopper football. And before I take a little break here at halftime, I want to just wish just two legends of high school sports that we are fortunate, that I have been ultra fortunate to work with throughout my career. The wonderful, amazing, super duper photographer and super duper guy, John McHale. And of course, my longtime partner in crime up here in the booth, Gene Mortensen. Not with us this evening, but I am sure they are listening in. And to Gene, speaking directly to Gene, I actually forgot my cell phone. I left it in my car, and I was too far away to go back and get it before the game. So I'm sure you've been texting me nonstop on my phone, giving me just advice and just the old rah. But I'm sorry, I forgot it. It is in my car, and so I am missing all your words of wisdom, Gene. I'm sure they are nothing but positive and good vibes because that's how it goes. So anyway, Gene and John, I can tell you that there are no two better, more prestigious members of the Northern New Mexico High School Sports Media Society than Gene Mortensen and John McHale. And you are not going to find two better guys. You can look the world over. The two absolutely stand-up gentlemen. I have had the honor and privilege of working with both of them for a long, long time. And guys, hope you're enjoying the game. And we'll be back and just from me to you, just so you know, you get great couple of guys. You're not going to find two better guys. You can look wherever you want. You're not going to find two better guys than John McHale and Gene Mortensen. Going to take a little break here. We'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes or so, and we'll give you some updates and I'll let you know what's going on around Topper Sports. In the meantime, enjoy the photos. You were listening to Hilltopper Sports on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. And welcome back. We are in halftime here at Espanola Valley High School. The Los Alamos High School Hilltopper football team up 28-0 over the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. And we are at the break. We're going to have about 6 minutes left in the half. Then they're going to have the 3-minute mandatory warm-up period, and then we'll be back for half number 2. Tauber scored twice in that first half. First score of the game coming at the 9:27 mark of the first quarter. Hal Evanhus, Tauber quarterback, went 8 yards for the touchdown. He went bounced around on the left side, was able to get free, broke a would-be tackle, and was able to scurry across the goal line. That made the score 7-0. And then with just 6 ticks remaining in the first quarter, a beautiful 50-yard end around on the left side. That score by Dylan Baca. He started off, went in motion from the right side, got the handoff coming across the formation, went straight to the left sideline, made a sharp turn, and went 50 yards untouched to give the Toppers their second score, 14-0. In the second quarter, at the 7:28 mark, Evanhus found Kenny Suazo for 53-yard pitch and catch, and that made it 21-0. And then with just seconds left in the second quarter, not quite sure exactly how much time was. We actually lost the scoreboard clock momentarily, but a 14-yard throw, actually a lateral on to the right side from Evanhus to Zach Stidham. Stidham found a wide open receiver. We believe that was Baca again at the goal line. Nobody within 10 yards of him. 14-yard score. Beautiful, beautiful throw from Zach Stidham, who was the quarterback last year for Los Alamos, 6'1" senior, listed at 150 pounds. So if that is correct, 2 touchdowns in that first half for Baca. Tauber's coming back on the field from the locker room. And still about 3:15 remaining before the mandatory warm-up period for the Sun Devils. Sun Devils did have a couple of chances in that first half after a couple of really rough possessions to start the game. Adric De Leon, a senior and the workhorse in the backfield for the Sun Devil offense, got some good runs, particularly working on the left side of the offense, was able to make a couple of big runs, got a couple first down runs. Alejandro Chavez, the quarterback for the Sun Devils, had a nice fake punt, picked up nearly 30 yards on the fake punt going to the left side. Chavez may have gotten banged up in that first half. We're trying to figure out exactly what happened to him, but did not take the last few snaps for the Sun Devils in that first half. So hope Chavez is okay. We'll keep an eye on that. So for the Toppers, good start to this contest. Toppers, like we said, 6-5 last year and won District 2 5A. And well, actually, they played the Sun Devils in the first week of the season last year. Won that game 49-14. Toppers were a big 22-0 at the break, and kept it going in the second half. So a lot going on. We're just underway for the high school sports season. Obviously, couple of other teams are going to get underway here pretty quickly. By the way, the Tauber cross country team, interestingly, They will have new coaches at the helm for the first time in recent memory. Rob and Kathy Hipwood, two of the most decorated high school coaches of all time. And I'm talking in the nation in any sport. They built a juggernaut cross country program. They called it a career, however, so they will they hand the reins over um, to Steve Montoya. He is the new coach of the Topper cross country team. They do not get started yet, but if you are interested and you are one of those crazy runner types, there is a fundraising 5K run scheduled for Saturday. That's going to get going at the Canyon Rim Trail in the Smiths parking lot. You can check the Los Alamos Daily Post for that information and see registration and where they get started and all that, and just get out there, and help out a very very successful program, and I'm talking nationally successful, and I'm talking historically successful program. So check out the Los Alamos Daily Post. There's information available online there. For the girls soccer team, they're going to get started on the road at Santa Fe Prep. That will be Saturday. And then they're going to be on the road for 2 straight games. They'll take on the St. Michael's Horsemen on August 31st. That'll be a Thursday in Santa Fe. They will open up at home against the Santa Fe Demons. That'll be September the 7th. So keep an eye on that. By the way, Jesse Kubicek Sutherland is the head coach of the girls soccer team. If that name sounds at all familiar to you, Jesse Kubicek, the daughter of the great Yuri Kubicek, one of the most successful coaches in Los Alamos high school history, led the girls soccer team for nearly 20 years. Fantastic coach. That is his daughter, and Josie was no slouch when she was a player. Scored the winning goal in the 2003 state championship game against Topper's best friend in the world, the Albuquerque Academy Chargers. Just kidding, they're not friends at all. But Jessie Kubicek she made that game-winning goal, and that was a fantastic game. For the boys soccer team, they will open up on Saturday. They'll be at home and they'll take on the Santa Fe Prep Blue Demons. That'll be at 10 a.m. at Sullivan Field. And then, of course, the Toppers will have the Chernachek Invitational that will get going on September the 1st on the Hill. And Topper Volleyball going to get underway on Tuesday, August the 29th. They'll be at home. They'll take on their long-time opening day rival, the St. Michael's Horsemen. Volleyball should be pretty solid. A lot of returners coming back. Angela Pasalacqua and Hannah Bergaman among the key returners. Joe Palmer has built himself quite a program. Really good job resurging that very, very proud program. So Joe Palmer at the helm, and Topper Volleyball on August the 29th at home. So we are just about ready to go here in the second half. Looks like things will be the ball getting teed up right now as we speak. The Sun Devils will kick to the Toppers. The Toppers will go to the southern goal. The Sun Devils will head to north for this third quarter. 28-0. We are underway. A couple of Toppers back, not super deep, right around the 20-yard line. This will be the first kickoff of the game for the Sun Devils, and not a bad kick, and that's going to go into the end zone. That's going to bounce right at the goal line. Pretty good kick there. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Andres Valenzuela, the kicker, a junior, and he put a foot into that one. Pretty darn good kick. Got it all the way down to the half-yard line. Toppers obviously were not expecting that. Their deep guys were right around the 20. So the Toppers will take over at the 20-yard line on the touchback. Evan Huss is, and that is a handoff. And actually, it looked like a botched handoff trying to get the ball to Nico Garcia. Ball ended up on the ground. Garcia jumped right at it, right on top of it at about the 16-yard line, 4-yard loss. Just did not look like a particularly good exchange between Evan Huss and Garcia. So second down and long here to start things off here in this third quarter. A high snap, Evan Huss with a quick throw into traffic, but that is caught and sneaking through traffic is Hayden Jorgensen, and he's going to get out to about the 25-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up for Los Alamos. Los Alamos has been in a pretty up-tempo offense. They're not even using the huddle very often. They are already back to the line of scrimmage. Evan Huss in the gun. Quick throw and a nice move there. Look like Jorgensen again. He's going to be right at the sticks. This is going to be close. And he will get the first down. Hayden Jorgensen by about an inch, right at the 30-yard line. And Topper's back in business. There is some distant lightning, by the way, as handoff goes to Garcia up the middle, and he's going to pick up close to 5 yards. He'll be dragged down right around. Actually, they'll give him about 4. Nice tackle for the Sun Devils. That one by Nick Sandoval, the nose tackle. Evan Huss back to pass. Quick throw up the middle. Had a man open. That was Baca momentarily. The ball a hair behind him. Baca on a cross into the middle, right around the right hash mark. Crossing inside. The ball just a hair behind him. Baca had to reach back. Could not find the handle. 3rd down and about 7 for Los Alamos. 10-11 here remaining in the third quarter. And I think the Sun Devils jumped off sides. Getting a little antsy up front on the left edge is one of the Sun Devils. That's going to cost them 5 yards. 3rd and short now coming up for Los Alamos. And missed opportunity there for the Sun Devils. But got a little antsy up front. A quick handoff, but this play is going to be whistled dead before it got going. I think Evan Huss was, I think it was a fake handoff, and Evan Huss was going to keep it around the right side. But some early movement, and the Toppers are going to give that 5 yards back to Espanola Valley. So back to 3rd and about 6.5, call it. So the Toppers hand that 5 yards right back to the Sun Devils. Evan Huss in the gun. He drops back to pass, no pressure, but that's going to be over the head of the intended receiver, Akeem Leha. Actually not bad coverage over there by the Sun Devils. Caffeine over there on that side for the Sun Devils, as was Victor Parra. So incomplete. That'll bring 4th down, and I think we're going to see the first Topper punt of the night. So Toppers in punt formation. And line drive punt to Purdy, and Purdy makes a fair catch right around the 17-yard or the 27-yard line, excuse me, of the Sun Devils. So the Sun Devils will take over their first possession of the second half. 9:51 remaining. Toppers up by 4 scores, 28-0. So should the Toppers score again, we would be in mercy rule territory. And the first phase of the mercy rule in high school football would be a running clock here in the second half, but not quite yet. See what the Sun Devils can do here. There was some question about their starting quarterback, Alejandro Chavez. That does not appear to be Chavez out there. I think it's De Leon taking the snap again. That is De Leon. He's going to throw a pass, quick pass out to the right side. And that is caught. Nice pickup there by Jorge Rodriguez, a junior. And he's going to pick up about 6 yards, take that out to the 34-yard line. So second down and 4 coming up. Nice throw there by De Leon. De Leon was the workhorse carrying the ball in the first half. But handoff to Purdy. Purdy trying to go to the left side. Looked like he had a little bit of a lane, maybe if he'd cut it back toward the middle, but stayed going, veering left, and was brought down by the Toppers. Jackson Blair in on the tackle for the Hilltoppers. Topper defense been pretty solid most of the night. The Sun Devils have tried to put together a couple of drives and made a couple of threats, especially late in that first half, but Toppers came up with a big fumble recovery to quell that. Third down and about 5 for the Sun Devils. De Leon back to pass, short drop, and he's going to heave it down toward the sideline. A lot of looking for Kevin Coffeen. A lot of contact over there on the left side, but that ball floats into the sideline. I think they're going to rule that uncatchable. Can't say there was probably enough there for pass interference, but there's plenty of pushing and shoving on both sides, but that ball uncatchable. That'll bring up fourth down. And could be a punt here for the Sun Devils. This has been an adventure for the Sun Devils punting. Let's see what they do. And the snap is dropped, went right through De Leon's hands, and then he is brought down, coming straight up the gut for the Toppers. That was Kyler Young, and now the snap was just fine. Hit De Leon right in the hands, and he just flat out dropped it. And Young there to finish him off. So the Toppers will get a short field here with 8:17 remaining in the third quarter. They are set up at the 24-yard line of the Sun Devils. So Toppers catch a break there. Evan Huss with a late pitch to Nico. And Nico Garcia is brought down. Actually, I think he was taken out of bounds. Going to be a short gain here for the Toppers. They'll give him 2. Second down and 8 for Los Alamos. At about the 23-yard line. And another handoff to Garcia. Garcia's going to cut back to the middle, still on his feet. Makes a spin move at the 5-yard line. Finally dragged down right at the 5. But all the emotion going toward the right side. Garcia cut it back into the middle, found a crease, tried to put a little spin move on one of the Sun Devils, but was finally brought down. We have timeout on the field. One of these Sun Devils is banged up on the play. And that very well may be a cramp, actually. They're trying to stretch that out. A warm, muggy day down here in the valley. That has all the earmarks of a cramp. But we will see. It's been a wild evening here in the valley. Started the game off on a lightning delay, but it has been warm. It has been windy. We had televisions getting knocked over. So just a lot of stuff happening. The weather seems to have calmed down. It still appears to be still cloudy, but it is pretty dark right now. We are at the we're at 9:30 hour. Most games end around 9:30. Here we are midway through the second quarter, and that, by the way, for the Sun Devils was Nick Sandoval. He's having a good night, but yeah, that looked like a cramp. Sandoval runs off the field under his own power. 7:29 remaining, 28-0 in favor of Los Alamos here at Espanola Valley High School. So looks like we had a bona fide timeout on the field. Toppers are not shy about using their timeouts, but we've given the officials have not done a real good job of telling us up here in the booth what what calls we've had on the field. But hey, the officials, hey, you know what? They're out here, and that's more than, unfortunately, a lot of people are willing to do right now. So without officials, we don't have a game. It's that simple. So first down and goal for Los Alamos after a nice run by Garcia. He was brought down. They're gonna rule him down about the 7. I thought he was closer to the 5. First and goal for Los Alamos. Garcia, the lone setback, and he's gonna get the carry. He's gonna rumble to about the 4-yard line. Going on the B gap on the right side. So they'll mark him down at the 5. Second and goal here for Los Alamos. 7:12 remaining. Evan Huss still in the gun. Toppers have not, I don't believe, have huddled in this entire contest. Garcia again, and he is going to get kind of hip tossed down at the 2, working basically the same side of the field he was trying, the same side of the line, rather. But he is wrestled down at the 2-yard line. Third and goal for Los Alamos. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 3. Third and goal from the 3. And Garcia once again, the Sun Devils crashing down, but Garcia slips a tackle, and I think he's going to get in. And we have a touchdown by Nico Garcia. So after 3 shots, basically the same play. So Garcia goes in from about 3 yards out for the touchdown. So that is as Jorgensen lines up for the extra point, and he is up, and no problem there. He has been very, very good tonight. And so he is 5 for 5, and the Toppers are up 35-0. So that coming at the 6:32 mark of the third quarter. So the Toppers up 35-0. We are now in the first phase of the mercy rule. What does that mean? Well, now until the score dips beneath a 35-point cushion, there will be a running clock. It will stop only for injuries and timeouts. So the 6:32 should take about 6 minutes and 32 seconds the rest of the way. So 35-0 in favor of Los Alamos after a 3-yard touchdown run by Nico Garcia. Toppers will kick off. Jorgensen is ready. And there is the kick, line drive, and that is going to scoot out of bounds. Not the best kickoff we've seen this evening. That actually went out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. So that really never got more than about 10, 12 feet off the ground at its highest point. So the Sun Devils they should take it at the 35-yard line on the penalty. So the Sun Devils, let's see, they were moving the ball toward the end of the first half, as we said, but their starting quarterback, Alejandro Chavez, has been out the last couple of possessions. Edric De Leon is in the backfield now, and handoff from De Leon to look like Jack Purdy. No, excuse me, that was Adam Garcia. He's a senior, and short gain for actually they're gonna a little bit of a loss there. So loss of about half a yard there for Garcia. Second down and long coming up for the Sun Devils. 6 minutes remaining. And De Leon under center and handoff. Basically the same play and basically the same result for the Toppers. Right there, Jehonan Quintana. He was a force to be reckoned with last year for the Toppers on the defensive side. Also over there, Jaden Dudley, who's had himself a nice showing. And Diego Garcia also in the area on that tackle. Third and long coming up for the Sun Devils. Call it about 12. So De Leon, and we're going to have movement up front. Victor Pata, the wide receiver, trying to get an extra step, but was a little bit early, and that'll cost the Sun Devils 5 yards. So the clock continuing to run here. We're under 5 minutes in this third quarter. Toppers up 35-0. So third and a very, very long, call it about 17 here for the Sun Devils. They've just not been the same. As we have a pitch out to Purdy on the left side, trying to get something going. There's just not much there. He's going to pick up a couple. But Purdy getting the pitch, trying to work around the left side, but there's just not much doing over there on that side for the Toppers. In the area was Nathaniel Larson, linebacker. And fourth down and a bunch for the Sun Devils. And another punter out there, and that is, I think it's Parra in the deep backfield. Going to attempt the punt. This has been not the best punting results. The special teams have been a little suspect for the Sun Devils, and they are going to get called for a pre-snap penalty, which they did not need, but the gunner on the right side took off about 2 seconds before the snap. He was going to have that punt very well covered, but unfortunately you can't leave before the ball is snapped. So Pata with actually pretty good punt. Back deep is Baca. Baca's going to let it bounce, and Sundel's going to get a pretty good bounce out of this inside the 30, down at the 27-yard line with 3:05 remaining. So not a bad punt there by Victor Pata, and got a pretty good roll on top of it. So the Toppers will take over at their own 27-yard line with under 3 minutes to play in this third quarter. We are in a running clock. The Toppers up 35-0. And for the first time, the Toppers are really taking their time. Let's see if they're going to make any lineup changes. Does not appear right now. Evan Huss still in the backfield, Nico Garcia right next to him. Quick drop And then a quick throw out to Leja. Leja dragged down at the 30-yard line. Good tackle there by Kevin Coffeen. And Coffeen a little slow getting up. Not sure what happened, but he's still on the ground. And Kevin Coffeen down there, going to have the trainers look at him. Didn't see anything odd about that. Something that might be another cramp. But Kevin Coffeen, a very, very good athlete for the Sun Devils. Guy we've been watching for a couple of years. He appears to be okay and may have just been a little bit of a twinge, but Kevin gets up under his own power. Good to see Kevin. Like I said, very, very talented athlete down here. And he appears to be just walking it off right now. So that will stop the clock, actually. They will stop the clock on injuries. 2:01 remaining. And second down and 7 for Los Alamos at the 31-yard line. And Evan Huss back to pass, little pressure, quick throw out to Suazo. Suazo catches the ball on the flat, and he will move into the middle and pick up about 4 yards. It's going to be third down and 4 coming up for Los Alamos with 1:20 remaining in this third quarter. Trips to the left for Los Alamos, receiver on the right, and keeper there for Evan Huss, and he is going to pick up the first down near the 40-yard line, going to get about to the 41. Going on the right side, just a little stutter step to the right side, and Evan Huss picks it up, and that will move the chains. Inside of a minute to go. There is actually a lot of lightning going on. It's not real near the field, but I think everybody's turning a blind eye to it right now. So low snap for Evan Huss. He is scrambling. He's scrambling all over the place. Now he's going to tuck it in and go on the right side. He's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards, but under pressure coming in from his backside. And for supplying the pressure there for the Sun Devils is Brian Almeida coming from that side. Chased Evan Huss all the way out to his right, but he was able to stutter step. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, second down and 7. And this will likely be the final play of the third quarter. And nothing doing there. Handoff straight inside. And brought down for the Sun Devils. Carter Wilder, a junior, and he is brought down. That'll do it for the third quarter, 35-0 in favor of Los Alamos. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Going to take a quick break. We will be right back for quarter number 4. The Toppers up big. And we are back here for quarter number 4. Toppers up 35-0 over the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post and the YouTube broadcast of Hilltopper Football, week 1 of Hilltopper Football. And 12 minutes remaining, and jailbreak by a middle screen intended for Garcia. The pass just a little high. He cannot haul it in. But that Had he been able to pull that out, he probably picks up the first down. There wasn't a whole lot in front of him. Instead, that will bring up fourth down, but middle screen, and that was a it looked like just a jailbreak, but Toppers had the Sun Devils right where they wanted, but could not complete the pass. That brings up fourth down. Toppers will kick it away with 11:15 remaining, and low snap, no pressure though, and kind of a wobbly kick. That's going to take a good topper bounce. It's going to get out near the 20-yard line of the Sun Devils, right at the 20. So, funny looking punt, maybe off the side of the foot, but the Toppers do get the roll. So the Sun Devils will take over at their own 20-yard line. Still in a running clock here with the Toppers up by 5 touchdowns rather. So outside of a sketchy start to this contest, weather has settled down a little bit. So actually ended up being a pretty decent night for football. So the Sun Devils, De Leon from the gun, and he's going to throw a pass. Oh, boy. And somebody caught that. I'm not sure who. I think one of the Sun Devils. I don't know how he did it. That was thrown into a group of about 6 guys, every last one of which had a chance to catch it. I think the Sun Devil receiver, that might have been Caffeine, ended up pulling it down. I have no idea how he did that, and he's going to put a decent pickup of 5 yards out of it. But that was about as in traffic a throw as you could have. Caffeine ends up pulling it down. Like we said, Caffeine, very, very talented athlete here for the Sun Devils. He's lined up as a tight end right now. De Leon with the handoff to Purdy. Purdy scoots up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple. Third and 2 or 3 coming up here. Looks like about 3. So the Sun Devils with makeable yardage here on third down at the 27-yard line. 8:55 remaining. And the running clock makes things go by much quicker. Trips to the right here for the Sun Devils. De Leon looking for somebody, now getting pressure, rolls away, and he's going to throw it, looking for Caffeine on the right side. That pressure coming from Jackson Blair came from the opposite side. A little bit of a blitz there by Blair, and he chased De Leon all the way out to his right, looking for Caffeine, but could not connect with him. Fourth down, and when you're down by 35, there didn't seem to be any reason to not go for it here, but well, no, Pada is going to go back for the punt. Had a pretty good punt his last time out, and Dylan Bach at that, back deep around midfield for the Toppers. Good snap. Pada with a pretty good kick again. That's going to chase Bach all the way down to the 40, and he's going to get tagged immediately by De Leon at the Topper 40-yard line. Good coverage there by De Leon. Pretty good kick. Baca elected to catch it and try to run with it, but he was hit immediately. So De Leon, seen him make a couple of nice plays on both the offensive and defensive side. He's taken over at quarterback for Alejandro Chavez. Chavez looked like he got tweaked late in the second half. Didn't really see what happened, but he has not returned to this ball game. But handoff and another end around. That's going to go to Leja, and Leja drags a couple of tacklers with him, and he's going to get close to 8 yards on the end around, kind of inside handoff there from Evan Huss. So nice pickup going from the the right side to the left side. So second down, we'll call it 3 with about 6.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. And Evan Huss scrambling to his right, trying to find Kenny Suazo out near the right sideline, but bounces that one into him. Be third down for Los Alamos near midfield. 49-yard line, as a matter of fact, for the Toppers. Just a little over 6 minutes remaining here in this ball game. And so Evan Huss back in the gun, handoff inside to Garcia. Garcia, big hole straight up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down in Sun Devil territory. So nice blocking up front, and kind of leading the charge there for the Toppers was Diego Hinojosa. Opened up a big gap right up the middle. Plenty of room for Garcia. Evan Huss back to pass once again, looking for Lejan. And Lejan, that pass a little bit overthrown. And probably, Lejan was very fortunate. He was not able to handle it because he was about to get drilled. Had he caught that, he would have been absolutely drilled by Abraham Tamayo, the cornerback for the Sun Devils, but could not catch it. And then low throw, closest person to it was one of the Sun Devils. I thought he caught it, but they're going to say it skipped off the ground. Right there was Adam Garcia. I thought he came up with the interception, but they're going to say he trapped it. Not sure what other than Garcia, there wasn't much over there on that right side. I'm not sure what Evan Huss thought he saw. But third down and long for Los Alamos, 3rd and 10, as a matter of fact. And rush coming toward Evan Huss. He's going to scramble out to his left and then throw back, looking for Leja. Leja doing a toe dance there on the left sideline. Did he catch it? I think he did. No, they're going to call it incomplete. I thought he pulled it down. He did a pretty fancy dance right there. About the 27-yard line. I thought he pulled it in, but they're going to call it incomplete. 4th down for the Toppers at their 45-yard line. They will kick it away with under 3:40 remaining in this ball game. I got to tell you, I kind of like this running clock. And there is the Topper punt, and that's going to go out of bounds inside the 10. Right at the 10-yard line. So the Sun Devils will take over there with 3:15 remaining. This may be the last possession of this ball game. We are still under a running clock, and the clock ticks away 35-0. And we're getting a couple of lightning strikes, and that didn't look super far away, but I think everybody is pretending they did not happen. With 2:50 remaining. And like I said, this will very likely be the last possession of this game. The 10-yard line. Let's see what the Sun Devils want to do. De Leon still under center. Alejandro Chavez, who had a couple of flashes in this first half, has not been here for the second half, which is unfortunate. The Sun Devils actually did get a little bit of movement on the offensive end late in the first half, with Chavez kind of directing traffic back there, but unfortunately has not returned in the second half. 2:05 remaining. Run up the gut by Purdy is good for 5 yards. 2nd down and 5. And Sun Devils in absolutely no hurry here as we go under 2 minutes remaining. And Ball may have ended up on the ground there. The Sun Devils jump on it. De Leon jumped on it right at the line of scrimmage. So third down coming up for the Sun Devils. So the Toppers just winding down the clock. They're going to come away with a week 1 win here on the road over the Sun Devils. Toppers have looked very, very good, particularly on the defensive end, as they give all kinds of their. Oh, wow. How did De Leon get out of that? He's still going. He's running toward the 50. He's inside Topper territory. He was banged several times in the backfield. They did not bring him down. He took a little sidestep, and then he just took off down the left side. I kind of given up on the play, to be honest with you, but they never brought him down. De Leon gets all the way out to the 48-yard line of Los Alamos. So De Leon, tough guy to bring down, obviously. But he certainly looked gassed out there with 20 seconds remaining. I'm sure he would love to get the Sun Devils on the scoreboard, but it's going to take a couple of big plays. Looking down the right side, he's got a man open. He had Purdy open at the 10-yard line. Purdy got free at the slot receiver on the left side. He got free. He got all the way down to the 15, had a couple of steps on his defender, but the ball just a hair overthrown. That's going to do it. 35-0. Toppers pick up the victory here. So De Leon taking his shot late. It actually had a chance. Had he connected with Purdy, I think Purdy might have gotten in. But ball just a hair overthrown before the Toppers. Toppers pick up the 35-0 victory on the road week 1 over the Espanola Valley High School Sun Devils. So Toppers, a lot of good things we saw tonight for the Toppers, particularly on the defensive end. They pitched the shutout and a couple of fine performances on the defensive end. Kyler Young and Jaden Dudley did solid job, as did Luke Archuleta. Luke Archuleta was just he was kind of a disruptor out there from his linebacker spot. So nice job on the defensive end for Los Alamos. On the offensive end, we're able to move the ball behind Kyle Evanhus, the 5'11 junior. And Kyle's actually put on about 10, 15 pounds in the offseason. Looked very, very good. Threw a couple of nice balls. One to Kenny Suazo for a touchdown. And then, had a keeper as well early in the ball game. And a lot of good things happening. Big night for Dylan Baca, the wide receiver, on the end around. He scored to put the Toppers up 14-0, and we believe he caught a touchdown pass from Zach Stidham. We believe that was him. We're not 100% sure that was him, but that was late in the second quarter. Put the Toppers up 28-0, and then Nico Garcia from 3 yards out early in the third quarter. And a lot of good things happening. Nico Garcia really wasn't much of a factor in the first half, interestingly enough. Only had a couple 3 touches, but made his presence felt in that second half. And 200-pound senior, 6 feet, and he is a bruiser. And he had one of the best straight arms I have seen in high school football in some time. That was in the third quarter. So a lot of good things happening for Los Alamos here in week 1. Toppers win it 35-0. Toppers will move on. They will be at home next week on Friday night. They'll take on the Taos High School Tigers. And that will be a 7 o'clock kickoff at Sullivan Field. we're going to wrap this up. You are listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post. And Hilltopper football, Toppers come away with a 35-0 victory week 1. And solid ball game all around. A lot of good things we saw on both sides of the ball. Even special teams didn't look half bad tonight. So a lot of good things happening for Los Alamos. Thank you for listening in. For Nate Limback, who takes a great pictures you were watching this evening, as well as keeping me on the straight and narrow because I have no idea what I'm doing with this technology in front of me. So that's his problem. So Nate Limback, thank you very much, and want to give a big shout out to Charlene, who is running the boards from her spa, her home spa. And of course, we want to thank John McHale and Gene Mortensen for listening in. And my good friend, as a matter of fact, listening in tonight, Amy Cost. We want to give a shout out to her as well. 35-0, the Toppers knock off the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. So for Nate Limback, this is Mike Mays. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you next time for all the Hilltopper action right here